Scalar list.
Okay, good evening. In the previous session, you discussed about some of the concepts related to the variables, and then you discussed concept related to the scalar variable. Now, in this session, you are going to know about the list variables as well as the dictionary variables. What is a list variable? How can you use this particular list variable? List variable used to store the multiple values. For example, you have a, for example, I'm going to take the another file. For example, I'm taking this one as a list list one dot robot. List one dot robot. I am taking the file name as a list one dot robot. Here under the list one, what is the file structure for the robot framework? Here you have a setting section is there. You can take the setting section. Under the setting section, you have a variable section is there. You can create the variable section. Under the variable section, you have a text case section. This is a structure. Under the section, you have a keyword section. We will discuss later about all this section. Now under the first section, setting section, you will declare the documentation. You will declare the some of the libraries, resource files, variable files. All these information you can declare here. That means you are importing some data from the outside the sources. For example, this is list program. This is list program. We are coming to the variable section. The variable section is a list variable. List. That means, for example, under the scalar variables, how can you declare the scalar variables here? Dollar symbol. For example, some a double space, some under the a 23. A will store the single value. A will store the single value. If you want to store the more than one value, for example 34, for example 45, for example 56, like that, if you want to store the more than one value, you will use the list variable. The list variable used to store the multiple values. Here, how can you declare the list variable? Here you can do, that means the scalar variable not used for storing the multiple values. Here in this case it is failed. Then you go for the list variable. How can you declare the list variable? At the rate symbol used to creating the list variable. By using at the rate symbol, you can create the list variable like this. See here, at the rate names. You can create the symbol. For example, I'm going to creating the list variables. At the rate symbol. For example, flower bracket, and then for example L, I'm taking the list one, closing the flower bracket. After that, you will give the two spaces, two or more spaces. Here I'm going to give the list like a 34 is a one list, 45 is another list, 56 is another list, 67 is another list, 78 is another. That means another number. That means the list consists of 5 number. This is a numerical way of representing the list. Another way is a at the rate. For example, the list consists of some strings. For example, string str underscore, for example list, string underscore links. After that, you will give the two spaces, two or more spaces. Here no semi, that means colon or something else, semi quotations. For example, Uma is a one string, and then Rama is a another string. Another one is Pratap is a another string, and then Prasad is another string. Like that, you will defining the these particular strings in this way. For example, after that, you will give the two spaces. Here you will give, this is a first approach. For example, you can take it as a approach one. You can define the approaches like this. Another one like this you can declare. And then I want to print these values. How can I print these values here? For example, if you take the variables here, list variables. See, how can you print these values in this case? For example, you have a name is a one thing, one list variable. Under the name, if you can print like this. For example, you will see the result. Print. How can you print? Before that, text case TC1, name of the, I am writing the test case 1, name of the test cases. After that, you will write a, for example, log, or you can use log. Oh, I told you the difference between the log and log to console. Log, after that, you can give the dollar symbol. You have to give the value. For example, list 1. I'm going to printing the list 1 like this. List 1. See, verify the result here. Whether the result, the name of the test case robot, the name of the test case here is a list 1. List 1 dot robot. List 1 dot yes. The test case passed. You can see the result here. Where it is the test case here, you can see the result in this case. You can see the result. This is a test case 1. Log in the sense you can get the result here. See, what are the information here? You will display the list like this. 34, 45, that is information. That is a simple information. This is a one of the severity level. Information. What is the information here? 34, 45, 56 like this. You can apply the severity level also here. After two spaces, for example, if you apply the warn, WARN, you can give capital letters or small letters. It's not a problem. See, see the result. See the difference. Warn. That means it's a the severity level is a warn. See, previously information debug severity level first one there is no effect on the that means whatever may be there happen there is no effect that indicates the information. After that I can tell you one by one the severity levels. The severity level, the first severity level is a information, the second severity level is a debug, another third severity, no not like this, debug, debug, debug. Third severity level here is a warn, and then fourth severity level warn, WARN, warning, warn, and then error, error, and then the final severity level is a critical, critical level. That means it's going to destroy the entire system. If you occur this type of severity level for the system, it's going to error in the sense in a particular program you have having some error. The human made some mistake that indicates the error. Critical in the sense it's going to destroy the entire system. These are the severity of different levels. These 5. That means you will get the here warn. If I give the severity as a error, I can give the severity also error. Error. If you give the error, that shows the error severity level. See, it shows the error as a severity level. That means you can inform to the developer about the severity of this particular system. Like that, you can inform. In this way, you can get the result. For example, this is a list with some numbers. For example, I am going to write in another test case like this. For example, second test case 2. For test case 2, log to console or log, already told you, log to console, uh, dollar symbol, and then I am giving the name here. name. Yes, name here, and then you can get the two result. Why? Because apply the two test cases. Here the first one is a severity level. You can get the result like this. Refresh here, two test cases, you got it. The severity level for the first test case is error. The severity level for the second test case is a information, only information. If not apply anything that indicates the information. Here the list format of the strings like this appear like this. Here for example, if I give the two spaces here, what happened? Verify. See the result. See, if I apply the two spaces, each and every one as a one string. This is a one string, this is another string, this is another string, this is another string, like that. If you apply the single space, see, if you apply the single space, that indicates that the entire one is a single character. For example, Uma, Rama, Prasad, it will take it as a single character. See the result. You have, that's why the spaces are a very important concept in this case. See here, entire one as a single character, single string. That means in Python programming, character concepts are not there. Even single number, single character also a string in Python programming. Like that, it is a entire string. I think will you identify the difference between a string? That means what is the double spaces, single spaces? The main important in this case, double spaces as well as the single spaces. Here also I am giving the double spaces. See the result. See the first test case, 34 is a one number, 45, 56, like that you can get it. After that, here also Uma is a one string, Rama is another string, Pratap is another string, Prasad is a another string. In this way, you can declare the different list format of data. For example, I'm having some program for the list format of data is there. Same program I'm having. Yes, approach 2 here. This is approach 2. What is an approach 2? For example, this is approach 1. Coming to the approach 2. How can you write the approach 2? Under the approach 2, you can write like this. Equal to symbol. You can write equal to symbol. For example, names equal to. After that, you will give the two spaces. See, here you have a two spaces are there. Then only it will recognize that this is a one string. This is one string. This is another string. This is another string. You can declare the variables in this fashion, any one. For example, I am taking the text case 3. Test case 3. For example, you can get the test case 3. Here, log, you can give the dollar symbol, the printed information, names here. See, this is a test case 3. For example, you have this is a 0th location, this is a first location, this is a second location, this is a third location. Okay, execute this one. See the result. 3 test cases are there. The final test cases appears like this. This is a UMAMAHESH. Even though equal to symbol, you can pass. Another important concept in this case here is the slicing. The slicing operation indicates that what is the slicing operation? The Python programming also you have a slicing operation is there. Here, what is the slicing operation? For example, I want to print not all elements. I'm going to printing the elements only Nagesh and then BALU. I don't need UMAMAHESH, I don't need Ramesh. Okay, that for that one you will use a slicing operation. For example, in Python programming, this will store in a 0th location, this will store in a first location, this will store in a second location, this will store in a third location. That indicates that 1:3. 1:3 means in Python programming you are going to excluding the whatever may be the last value. I expect that you know that particular concept. It will display the first location value and then second location value, excluding the third location value. Excluding the third location. I can tell you how can you do that concept. Yes, I'm going to printing like this. I'm going to writing another test case for this one. For example, slicing operation. Slicing up control Z. For example, PC4, test case 4 I am writing. After that, space. What is the result for this one here? It will display the result as a Nagesh and then BALU. See, why? Because 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, it is a 0th location. This is a first location. This is a second location. This is a third location. Verify this particular test case. Verify this one. You have a 4 test cases are there. Under the 4th test cases also passed. You will get the result as a Nagesh and then BALU only. You will get the result as a Nagesh and BALU only. I need only, for example, Nagesh. I need only Nagesh. For that one, you will use only single number. That indicates the this is a way of representing the slicing. That means you will access the some of the element from the list. In this way you can access. For example, you can get the result here. Verify the result for the test case 4. See, only you got the Nagesh only. Another Nagesh. In this way, you can defining the list. The next important one, dictionary. Just like in Python programming, you have a dictionary. Like that, you have a dictionary is there. Here, what is a dictionary? Dictionary is used to store the data in a data key value format. For example, you have a data key value format in the sense you have a employee number, the particular value you are giving. For example, uh, how can you declare the dictionary here? Ampersand symbol is used to creating the dictionary variable. For example, ampersand employee details equal to, after that you will have the two spaces, name equal to UMAMAHESH, employee ID equal to, this is a name is a key value, name is a key, and then UMAMAHESH is a value here, and then employee ID is a key, 78 is a value, department ID is a key, 9 is a value. In this way you can declare the dictionary variable. For that one, I am going to creating another text case like this. For example, dictionary ditc dot robot, dict dot robot dictionary. Here same, how can you create the setting section? I'm going to creating a variable section, I'm going to creating text case section, I'm going to creating and then keyword section. These 3 4 are the required sections. Yes. Under the here you will give the libraries or documentation. You can give anything under the settings section. Documentation. You can give the any documentation or something. Okay. Okay. Just like a documentation, for example, how can you represent the dictionary variables? After that, that means same thing you will performing dictionary. For example, I'm taking the one text case here directly. copy and paste it here. Copy and paste it here. Under that one, you have a documentation section is there. Under that one, dictionary. How can you represent a dictionary? Ampersand. The name of the dictionary, the DICT. Just like I previously declared the variables like this. This is approach one. After that, you will give two spaces here. After that, name equal to Kumar. After that, you will give the two spaces. Employee ID equal to 3, 4, 5. After that, you will give the two spaces. After that, department ID. When I execute this one, this is why it is one thing I am going to be declaring the variable d dot robot d.robot. Under this one, let us take why it is showing error. Okay, I am going to executing this one d.robot. Yes, it passed. Even though you have a error is there, why it is showing error, I don't know. That means you have to give warning or something else. Okay, whatever may be, you have a error is there. Even though you got the result like this, the first test case, log, dictionary, all related information appears like this. If you want to see the result, you can get the result here. From here, you can get it. So from the project here, log, open the log file, see the result for the dictionary. Under the you have a keyword is there, not defined any keyword. Okay, you define the keyword, that's why you got the error. Okay, without a keyword, I can, okay, not having any keyword in this case. Why I'm getting the this particular? Okay, keywords are log, dictionary, warning, and then warning. You got the Kumar. In the first case here, you will get the all name is colon Kumar, like a dictionary format in a Python. Name colon Kumar, employee ID colon 345, and then D colon this one. And then coming to the second case here, what is the second case? How can you access the elements in a, based on the key only you can access the element. For example, instead of name, I am giving the value like this, employee ID. Employee ID. You can get the result as a employee ID. You can get the result like this. Test case, you have a all dictionary related information, and then here you have a employee ID 345. You got the result like this. This is a dictionary. You can represent the dictionary in some other way also. For example, ampersand. For example, D is a dictionary name, and then equal to symbol. After that, two spaces. After that, two spaces. You can give more than two spaces, no problem. You can give, for example, 34 equal to 45, like this also you can give. After that, you can give two spaces, and then student number equal to student number equal to 34. After that, you can give the two spaces, and then employee number equal to 56, like that I am giving. And then I go for the another test case. For example, this is a text case 2. Let us assume text case 2. I go for the next text case. I'm going to printing some information. For example, log related information, and then dollar symbol, flower brackets D, flower bracket close, flower bracket D, double bracket. That means it will display the all related information here. And then I want to display only 34. You can get it also. I want to display 34 in the sense you can give. That means in the dictionary you can access the values based on the key. In list you can access based on the index. You can in this way you can do it. For example, another thing, I'm going to give the log dollar symbol, log dollar symbol of, for example, D of, for example, ENO, that indicates the ENO, that indicates the 56. You can execute this one. Yes, it executes successfully. You can get the result. For the test case 2, I'm going to get it. The first case here, I got the result. That means in any way you can declare the dictionaries. Dictionary stores the key value. Here you got the 56 as a result. I expect that, I think it is clear for you. In the next class, you will discuss about the if statement, if else statement, and then some of the loop statements in a Python. How can you write the loop statement in a robot framework? I think is it clear for you? In the next class, you will discuss about all these concepts.